danger to the campus community, it is our expectation that you do contact the appropriate person, okay? You can't just say, I don't want to be involved, because then you're putting the entire campus in jeopardy, okay? And if this student or if this person is roaming the campus and is a potential danger to themselves or others, then other people are exposed to that risk. And that's just something that we're trying to prevent. One of the things, when you look at the Virginia Tech situation, was Cho was a very disturbed young man. And there are different individuals that Cho had been in contact with, but these individuals weren't in contact with each other. So there were silo effects going on. And so that's something that we're trying to prevent. Okay, so that's why iCare is in existence. And before, behavior intervention teams were not standard practice. So I'm here to tell you that Virginia Tech could be here on this campus, could be at NYU, could be at University of Florida. We cannot predict what's going to set a person off. What we can do is be proactive, make sure that that the campus is knowledgeable about what steps, what things that they can do to protect themselves and students, and be prepared so that if something like that does occur, that we handle it appropriately. And so it's not just our responsibility, it's the entire campus responsibility. We're a partner in this. We need everyone's assistance so that we can make sure that the student gets the help that they need, and that that you can teach without fear. The students can learn in a safe learning environment, and that we have a great experience on the campus. So if you have any doubts, you're not quite sure if this constitutes a report, and before submitting you just want to make sure, contact Stacy and I. Phone call, email, say, hey, I need to talk to you. Do you have a moment? Sure. And then we'll tell you, no, you need to submit a report. Now, before our online system, we would allow anyone to email us or call us. We're not doing that anymore. The online reporting system is our official documentation. And the reason is because that is easy access. You can get to it on or off campus because it's web-based. Plus, if I'm out of town or if Stacy's out sick and I happen to be out of town, I still have access to that database where I can see what reports came in and then call to the office and say, hey, this report came in, we need to follow up with this person, can such and such do that? And so it just makes it a lot easier. We can look at how many reports we're getting this year, kind of see what the trends are. It's just been very, very, very helpful to us. And it just stores all of our notes and everything so that if Stacy leaves, I leave, anybody that comes in after us will have access to that, a detailed record of that. So right now we're going to go to the online reporting system, and while Stacy brings that up, are there any questions that we did not address in the presentation? Yes. Can you tell me your name, too?
I'm Kathy Crane from the College of Nursing and Health
Okay.
Sciences. And I'm wondering if there's anything that you can do for online students.
You know, that is a very good question, and we have been in discussions about that, and we're trying to figure out how we can do that.
I teach a lot of online
yes,
classes.
exactly. And the question that, well, one thing is, how do we get those students access to counseling services or health services? If you've got a student, not just in Dallas, but what if you have, I'm pretty sure you have out-of-state students.
Yeah, we occasionally have out-of-state, but even a lot of ours are local students that
Who
are taking online classes because they're registered nurses,
right.
and all
And
those
so,
courses are online.
Exactly, and we're in discussions about what's the best approach to handle that. There's other implications because they're online student. I know that some students are exempt fees, so if that's the case, then do they have access to certain services? If not, then we have to find them somewhere off campus. So it opens up a lot, but that's a very good question, and we're trying to tackle that. I just don't have an answer for you right now.
I didn't think they'd be wanting that.
Yes, but we're wanting something soon. So this is not something that 2 years down the road.
So if we have a problem with a student, because I have before, and I didn't know that you could go ahead and submit this report so that you have it on file, right?
Mhm.
Because I know that the next semester someone else was having a problem, same problem,
Mhm.
and they didn't, nobody could do anything about it.
Well,
So now you would do this and you would have it, right?
before, well, it needs, we can't go back a year, okay?
Okay.
It needs to be a recent incident. And,
But it
all
would be
these-
like, like if I, in the fall and in the spring.
what, if it occurred in the fall, we would have to be very careful about that because so
Okay.
much time has lapsed and that behavior may not be still existing. But let's say that student comes up on the radar this semester, then you can report that behavior to us and we will address that.
Okay.
That's the thing is, even before we had the online reporting system, we still had a mechanism for people to report it. Just so that people just
So,
didn't want
because
to.
like I had a student who had a very bad tragedy in her family, in her little family. Would I still refer her to EDH or would I refer her to y'all now?
Okay. If it's a student that may be stressed out, meaning when I say stressed out, hey, they're a freshman student, they're away from home, maybe they just had a family member or a friend die,
Yeah.
that would be more so a referral to the counseling center, just to get them connected so that they may be able to speak with a counselor. But let's say that student says to you that, you know what, I just don't feel my life is important anymore, and why should I continue living? I just feel like just ending it now.
Right.
That would be something for iCare,
Okay.
okay? Now, if you're not sure, call us.
They'll go, there's that Dr. Zucker again.
All right, let me go ahead and go through this because we're running a little bit out of time. You can get to this online reporting system either from the iCare website, the Student Affairs website, and Judicial Affairs website. So there's 3 different websites that you can go to, okay? And two of those websites are on the card. One side is iCare and the other side is Judicial, okay? It's the same thing on all 3 of those websites. If you are the reporting party, you put your name, your position title, your phone number, email address, and physical address. Now your physical address, if you're a staff member, faculty member, that's going to be your office. So let's say the College of Nursing, room, whatever. But if it was a student, then we would want their physical address, whether that's on campus or off campus, because if we need to make contact with them and we can't reach them through the phone, we can at least make contact through the mail, okay? Then the nature of the report. If it's a student conduct, you know, they come in intoxicated or something, that's going to be a student conduct report.
Yeah.
You do not have to worry about police report or housing report because that doesn't relate to you. Okay, we get reports from the police department and housing separately. What you would need to be concerned about is if it's a student conduct report, if you're a faculty member, if it's an academic misconduct case, if it's an iCare report, or if you just want to submit an information report. It's not anything major, but I think it's information you still should know. Just select the appropriate one here. Then the urgency of the report. If it's something that is of immediate danger, critical. Because when we see that, then that lets us know it's a big red flag to us that this case is going to take precedent over just minor cases. The date of the incident, the time of the incident, and then the location. Here, we have every building on and off campus that is university owned or operated, okay? That's even Momentum Campus, the art gallery, everything. So just search and find wherever the incident occurred. And then specific location, list